So now switching gears. So on the club level, USA Hockey Nationals are coming up in April,
Yep.
late April. So
May.
May,
Yep.
as long as they're coming up, that's good.
Yep.
So what is the road to the USA Hockey National Championships and how do teams qualify?
So in the Atlantic District, we have two pathways. We have the quote independent tier one, that means they're not part of a district sanctioned league, and then we have the sanctioned league pathway. So the Atlantic Youth Hockey League has been the district sanctioned league since the inception of Tier One in 1982. And actually, it was the Atlantic District in Michigan, that Michigan district, that led the charge to create this Tier One, Tier Two, where Tier One is a players recruited on a wide geographic basis, where Tier Two is more town team, local team oriented. And so the Atlantic League will send representation direct to the qualifier round, and gets a team into the championship round as a bye. That is because we are a league centric district. We treat all of our sanctioned leagues that way. And then the independent teams all get to participate in an event. This under normal circumstances, that's how it would work. They all compete, and then the best team advances from there to the qualifier round robin, and then the winner of the round robin plays in a best of three, and that team goes off to nationals. That's how it's done at tier one. At tier two, it's more state driven.
Okay, so now, well, we know, obviously, we know last year Nationals was canceled. My son was one of the kids that was heartbroken.
I'm
And
sure.
and there's like Nationals is what every hockey parent looks for. So,
Yeah.
how is the pandemic impacting district play and Nationals this year? Like, what changes are going to be, what do you think?
I think you'll see for our districts this year, we are going to be overly cautious. We are contracting with a company that will come in, fog the benches between games, fog the locker rooms. We'll have fairly strict guidelines for spectators and so on. We're limiting our own staff. We want to try to make it as there won't be signage. We don't want to have gathering points so that people are, how everybody looks at the
Right.
standings board and
To
there's like
see
90 parents that,
and see
right.
what the schedule is, what time of the game's going to be at. Hmm.
So it'll all be available online. So we'll manage that digitally. We'll probably put up some QR codes around the rink so that if you forgot the website or you want a direct link, you just go up to it with the QR code with your phone. We're just trying to minimize the gathering points, within the rink. Even with the officials, we're telling them, as soon as your games are over, you need to leave. We normally will have food services for the officials. We'll voucher them and send them to a local, to a couple of different local establishments. So that's kind of how we're going to do it. I think the message we want to send to the parents, and to the players, is that we're going to do everything practical to
Hmm.
make it as safe an environment as possible. Even though they're saying by April we may be close to herd immunity,
Hmm.
um, and that's great. But for those that aren't, we're going to go the extra mile just to make sure that we're creating the safest possible environment. And then I think from everything I have heard from USA Hockey, I think there's supposed to be a couple of determinations today of some of the sites that may be changing because of restrictions within those states. We cannot host, at least at this point, any teams from outside of the state of New Jersey. And I know there's some confusion about why they're not really supposed to leave. Well, the language on that is kind of muddled. New Jersey teams can't host other teams outside the state, but they can be hosted. And Governor Murphy's restrictions are contained to only the state of New Jersey. So he can't tell you what you can do in Colorado.
Right.
So why could he tell you what to do in Pennsylvania? So we're kind of managing it on that front. So I think we have not made a determination yet on total number of spectators, but we do want to make sure at least that mom and dad are in the rink. And that's the only commitment we can make at this point until we see what other restrictions, get lifted or changed between now and districts.